We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up with the New York Giants. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
And the Giants first down.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Saquon Barkley. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 yards, a first down.
Brought him down.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Gain of a yard.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 14 on that one, and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On first down, here's Love. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more on that one, and another first down. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Antonio Gibson, ball carry.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
7-yard line.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Haskins. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
Haskins pass.
They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
4th down.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
3rd down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports.
Giants 10, Washington 3.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Throwing Jones. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
A gain of 2.
Well, Saquon Barkley last year against Washington, he won many a fantasy league with his performance in Week 16. 189 yards rushing. That was the third highest single game total in the NFL all of last season. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
Giants.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Another try for Barkley. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with third down upcoming.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Chase Young in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to...
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Past the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love, his 6th touchdown of the season. And Washington able to come up with a quick strike touchdown. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll start out on the ground as Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit, because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. And he'll break this one back to the 29. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. The give to the fullback on the dive. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Haskins. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They turn to Love on the handoff. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
But he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They run the counter. It's Gibson, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Here's Haskins out of the gun. He goes full extension, and he's got it. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Washington field goal. A 22-yard attempt.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And that's going to tie us at 13. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Giants take over 1st and 10. At their own 26-yard.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Third down.
The coverage unit out there thinking pass on 3rd and 3. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And Ingram hauls it in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
It's a gain of 20.
Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So we come upon halftime with a tie score, 13-all. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On the give, this is their fullback. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. Haskins on 3rd down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
Antonio Gibson.
So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 15 yards on the play. 1st down.
40-yard line.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10. Right at the 40. Haskins will throw. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Leonard Williams picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Here's Haskins to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
For Stevenson.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll hand it off. It's Love. And he's got some space here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run with Love. And And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here's Haskins. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. He did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. On 3rd down, Gibson. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. This is Love. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. It'd be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now it's Haskins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6, obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
From the 29, Haskins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, here's Love. Finds an opening past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10, right at the 40. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 5.
And there's the pickup you want on first down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on first down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
From the 35 on second down, Haskins. And that'll be incomplete. He took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Haskins to throw it. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That's going to bring up fourth down. Only a gain of 2 there.
A 2-yard gain. It's fourth down.
So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. Back now at FedEx Field. It's Washington with the football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4.
Washington 13.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Dustin Hopkins for the Washington field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will bring the deficit back down to 3. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now Jones, off play action. He'll rifle this one deep, and this will be caught at the 30. And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. A big play there for the Giants. 64 yards. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Touchdown, New York.
Saquon Barkley, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his third so far.
Set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Haskins. And he'll find Hall. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down. And a completion there by Haskins. And you think back to the 2019 draft, both Dwayne and his counterpart on the other sideline, Daniel Jones, first-round picks in that draft. Jones taken 6th, Haskins 50th. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And yet again, Haskins is intercepted. 3rd time. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Another costly turnover, their 2nd of this second half. And earlier when I asked you your keys to the second half, you said, hey, it may be trite, but I think it's turnovers. That's coming to fruition.
It certainly is, and let's face it, they named the game after it, right? So isn't it the most important thing?
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Gano now to add the extra point. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good.
32, Washington 16. Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 1st down, it's Haskins. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Haskins. That'll be caught. It's Steven Sims. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Well, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And he's taken down inside the 30. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And Washington able to cut into that deficit. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They're going to try and run, but he will not get into the end zone. And that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the 4th. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Giants on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now Haskins on 1st down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Nick Needham picks it off, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
At their own.
Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
We want it. Come to mom. Check Mike 54. Blue down.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 40, and they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
41-yard line.
And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation.
Jones on the keeper. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
Check.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Giants, they pick up win number 7 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to...
Thank you.
today. From MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports. Daniel Jones and the New York Giants versus Jameis Winston and the Indianapolis Colts.
We're across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Now the first carry from Marlon Mack. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
He's taken down at the 30.
In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
First down, Indianapolis.
Play fake. Winston. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Lorenzo Carter leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. That gets hit and the ball is free. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. this time with Saquon Barkley. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line.
The tackle made by...
The numbers for him from a week ago. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there and a first down. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Operating from the gun, Jones. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd.
Now Jones. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to try back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
Coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think Coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Winston. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. All told, it's a punt return of 7. Yards, and the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. We know he has home run hitting ability in the punt return department, and he showcases it there all the way back for 6. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? The turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
On 2nd and 9, Winston, open target here, Darius Slayton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. A cool little accomplishment for him passing the football. 25,000 yards. He just surpassed that for his career.
When he was a little guy in the backyard just throwing it around probably with his dad, he thought about playing in the NFL. He dreamed of it. But to put up these kind of numbers while doing so, that's got to be kind of cool for him. He'll enjoy the heck out of thinking about that when this one is over.
So we got 3 and 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else.
the ball.
Given 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up third.
On 3rd down, Winston. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. They haven't fully climbed the mountain, but they've started the ascent here with that score.
I like that, right? I think they've left base camp now, okay? So they've started to move their way up the mountain. Long way to go, but at least they know it's manageable.
From the 6. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 55 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the... It was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there.